Very good morning, students. So, as I have mentioned earlier, probability concept, all the example problems have been completed. All the exercise questions, anyhow, in the live classes up to 25th around, we have completed all the questions. Right, the remaining questions I'll be giving you as an assignment for this week. And now, let us start the concept, new concept, that is random variable. See here, probability and random variables are interconnected chapters. So before solving or understanding the random variable, you must have understood probability concept. Hope you are very clear about what is random experiment, what is probability, what is event, what is sample space, right? So everything, what is a sample point, everything, each and everything, I think you must have understood very clearly from the concept probability. Now, so connecting to that, elaborating or extending the chapter probability, there is one more chapter which is called random variable. Now, this random variable, what exactly the introduction, why we are using this random variable? Let us see now. See, random variable, we mean a real values or a real numbers which are being associated or assigning to the sample points in an experiment. So some real values which are assigned to the sample points, real values which are assigned to the sample points of an experiment. We call it as a random variable. For example, two coins are tossed. Look at the example. Two coins means what are the possible outcomes? Head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail. So totally four possible outcomes, right? In these four possible outcomes, probability of getting a head, I mean let x be the real value of getting head. If you are taking it, then look at here now, x equals to head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail, right? Sample point. Then what is the real value for this? Getting a head. Here two heads, one head, zero head. Then what are the real values? 0, 1, 2. These are the real values of getting head. Clear? So such kind of real values which are being assigned to the sample points in an experiment, we call it as a random variable. Guys, are you clear? Random variable. So some real values which are being assigned, that we can say it as a random variable. So now this we can take it as like this. Those are all the sample points. What are all x values? All are sample points assigning to the real values of the sample point. This we can take it as, this is a sample point, these are the real values, capital X we can take. Now for these real values, probability of x, what it will be? So 2 is there, probability of getting two heads, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Here how many heads? 2 by 4 it will be, 1 by 4. Here it is a 0. So adding all together, you will be getting total probability 1. So probability of getting two heads is 2 by 4. Probability of getting one head is 1 by 4. Here also 1 by 4. Here it is 0. No heads. Right? So adding all together, total probability must be always equals to 1. See, I think you understand what kind of concept the random variable is. So only the real values are being assigned, associated, right, to the outcomes of a experiment. You understand? To the outcomes of a random experiment. We call it as a random variables. Usually random variables are generally denoted by capital letters. Remember. So the random variables are generally denoted by capital letters. How I have taken here capital X. Therefore, this X is a random variable. What we have taken this X? Some real values are being assigned to the individual sample point. For that real value of an experiment, what you have considered? Getting heads. Only getting heads. Here 2 heads, here 1 head, here 1 head, and here 0 head. So assigning these real values, real numbers to the sample points, individual sample points of an experiment, we call it as a random variable. This is the definition of random variable. So the clear cut definition I will be writing now. Look at here the definition. So definition of a random variable. Random variable is a function. It is a function which assigns a real number, which assigns a real number, which assigns a real number to every sample point, to every sample point of an experiment, or to every sample point in the sample space. You understand? This is the definition of random variable. Now, what are the types of random variables? So, there are two different types of random variables. One is a discrete random variable. Next one is continuous random variable. So, discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Now, let us see the definitions of discrete and continuous random variables. So, you know the meaning of discrete and continuous, guys, already, right? Discrete case means specific values are being assigned. Continuous case means all the specific values within the range which will be assigned. So, let us see that now. Look at here now, discrete random variable. What do you mean by discrete random variable? A random variable which x which takes the specified values with a respective probabilities. Specific values or specified values with respective probabilities. We call it as a discrete random variable. For example, x1, x2, x3 and so on, xn. Probability of x1, probability of x2, probability of x3 and so on, probability of xn. So this is x. So this is probability of x. You understand? So x with real values, the random variable is capital X, which assigns a real values x1, x2 and so on xn with respect to probabilities p of x1, p of x2 and so on p of xn. Then it is called as a discrete random variable. Guys, do you understand discrete random variable? Right? So let x denotes the number of heads. When two coins are tossed, example for discrete is when two coins are tossed, head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail. Now we need to find out a real value for a random variable which is getting number of heads. So getting number of heads, what are the real values? Here 2 heads, 1 head, 1 and 0. Therefore the real values which are assigned were 0, 1, 2, right? Only these three were being assigned, 0, 1, 2. The real values are being assigned with probabilities. So 0 heads means only 1 is there, 1 by 4, right? 1 head means 2 are there, 2 by 4. So 2 heads means 1 by 4. Out of 4 real values, out of 4 sample points, head how many are there? Only 1. So 1 by 4, 2 heads. Here it is 2 heads, 1 head, 0 head. 0 head is nothing but tails. That's it. You understand, guys? So now this specified values with its corresponding probabilities, these are the probabilities. These are the real specific values of a random variable x. This concept we call it as a discrete random variable. Specified values with respect to probabilities, we call it as a discrete random variable. Guys, do you understand discrete random variable? Now let us see continuous random variable now. So continuous random variable. So now continuous random variable. A random variable which assumes all the possible values in its range. All possible values in its range. Lower to higher. So all the possible values in its range, we call it as a continuous random variable. For example, a group of students appearing in examination, right? Let x be that will be a continuous random variable. I mean marks of the students who appeared in exam. Those marks, right, from 0 mark to 100 mark, we can have a range of so and so, right? 0 to 35 is fail class, 0 to 34, 35 to 60 passing class, I mean up to 59, 60 to 84 first class, 85 plus distinction. So this way the range, whenever you are considering it, taking all the possible values within the range, we cannot specifically take, right, who scored 0 how many, who scored 1 mark how many, who scored 2 mark how many. Specifically we cannot mention in continuous case. What we can do is directly 0 to 10 how many, 10 to 20 how many, again 20 to 30, 90 to 100 how many. So like this, all the possible values within the range, if you are taking, that becomes a continuous random variable. You understand difference between discrete and continuous cases. So these are the two types of random variables. Next is probability mass function, PMF. Probability mass function. What exactly it is, the probability mass function? See here, probability of this only we call it as a probability mass function. Clearly we can say this is a discrete function, right? You know, specific values with corresponding probabilities. So it's a discrete case. What is the definition of probability mass function, PMF? Let x be a discrete random variable and p of x be a function such that small p of x equals to probability of x equals to xi. Then that becomes probability mass function. This is called the probability mass function. Here x is a discrete random variable. Remember, PMF is always follows discrete random variable. Now here, when do we call this as a discrete random variable? If it satisfies two conditions. Condition number 1, probability of xi will always be greater than or equal to 0. That means non-negativity. It's a non-negativity, remember, right? Probability of xi must be always greater than or equal to 0. And second condition is probability, total probability will always equals to 1. Remember, the total probability will always equals to 1. Every random variable problem in case of PMF or a PDF, in case of PMF, these two conditions must be satisfied. Remember guys. So any probability value will never be a negative, and the total probability will always be equals to 1. You know that very clearly. So total probability is 1, and every sample point's probability will never be a negative. So it is always greater than or equal to 0 and maximum 1. The range of probability is always 0 to 1. Probability of any random variable lies between 0 and 1. Negative should not come. Negative does not exist. So remember guys. Next definition is probability density function. Probability density function is nothing but PDF. One is a PMF, probability mass function. Next one is a PDF, probability density function. So whenever I said it's PDF, definitely it follows continuous random variable. So what do you mean by continuous random variable? So all the specific values with corresponding probabilities within the range, if you take, that becomes a continuous case. All the possible values within its range, that itself is a continuous random variable. PDF always follows continuous random variable. Here, let capital X be a continuous random variable taking the values in the interval a comma b, taking the values in the interval a comma b, a function f of x. So how we have written here probability mass function p of x, here we will write PDF means f of x. PDF notation is f of x, PMF notation is p of x. Remember guys. So f of x is said to be a probability density function of a continuous random variable when it satisfies three conditions. How two conditions are given for discrete PMF. Now continuous PDF, what are the three conditions? Condition number 1, f of x function must always be positive, greater than or equal to 0, right? Next, for two distinct numbers c and d in the interval a and b. So for two distinct numbers, specific numbers c and d in the interval a comma b. So specific numbers c comma d in the interval a comma b it should be. Remember, right? So what does it mean exactly? The total area, whatever you take, the probability curve. So the total area within this, whatever it is, like the c less than x less than d is nothing but within this a and b, this much area is covered, c comma d, right? So the random variable x lies between c comma d. Always remember, the random variable lies between c comma d, right? Always lies between c comma d. Next, the total area under the curve. The total area under the curve is always equals to 1. That is condition number 3. Only in case of continuous PDFs we have to apply this. So one normal curve should be drawn. In that normal curve, the whole area, the total area under the curve is always equals to 1 in a normal curve. From here to here, C to D, right? The total area is covered. Next, area under the probability curve between coordinates C and D. So C and D, the coordinates are covered within a normal curve. So this is the probability density function. Next, what do you mean by probability distribution? What do you mean by probability distribution? First year you must have learned that frequency distribution, right? What is frequency distribution? A systematic presentation of values to a variable with its corresponding frequencies. Here what we need to write? X A, P of X. a systematic arrangement of variable x with the real values with its corresponding probabilities here. Probability distribution means systematic arrangement of real values of a variable x with its corresponding probabilities. We call it as a probability distribution. With corresponding frequencies means frequency distribution. With corresponding probabilities means probability distribution. For example, x 0, 1, 2. Probability of x. So here it is tail. 0 tails, 1 head, 2 heads. So this will become 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 1 by 4. Total probability is always equals to 1. Look at here. Any probability value should not be a negative. Yes, all are positive. And total probability will always be equals to 1. This is a discrete case. Continuous case means what? Every function f of x value should not be a negative. And in a normal curve, the area, anything is covered between C and D. And the total area under this curve is always equals to 1. In case of distributions, we will be applying continuous case. But most probably we apply discrete case problems alone. So that's the definition of probability distribution. A systematic presentation of the values. Just write down a systematic presentation of values, a systematic presentation of the values taken by a random variable, a systematic presentation of values taken by a random variable with respective probabilities, with respective probabilities, called probability distribution. You got my point, guys? Definition of probability distribution is a systematic presentation of values taken by a random variable with respect to probabilities, called probability distribution. So that is a concept of probability distribution. Right? Example for probability distribution: x 0, 1, 2, 3. Probability of x 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Total probability is always equals to 1, and probability of individual sample point will always be a positive. There is no negative. So no negative and total is 1. Both the cases are satisfied. This case is a discrete case. You understand, guys? So this is the problem now. Definition of probability distribution. So now let us concentrate next in the random variable chapter, mathematical expectation, which is very important, that we shall see in the next video. So far all the basic definitions, what all I have given. First one is definition of random variable. Next one, types, both discrete and continuous case. So after getting with examples, very important, with examples. Next, probability mass function, probability density function. Probability mass function means this one. Probability density function means this one. P of x, f of x. And this is a discrete and this is continuous. Next, probability distribution definition with example. So these all concepts we have seen in the first video. Now in the second video, I would like to discuss about the sub concept, which is mathematical expectations. After explaining those mathematical expectations, there are totally 6 short theorems. We can say it as a corollaries, right? So those short theorems we will see, and then later we will calculate all the problems. So with this, I'm going to wind up today's video. So thank you so much guys. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day.